Hello, my name is Eric Langner, and I am the CEO of the Information Equity Initiative. We are an international nonprofit organization that is focused on delivering curated educational resources to communities around the world who lack access to broadband. At an AI-themed conference such as this one, there is understandably a thrilling and yet perhaps unsettling focus on the future. Some of the topics that will be discussed at this conference include AI and the neural technological convergence, the weaponization of information and the future of socio-political structures, and the intersection of AI with art and human creativity. In this context and in this company, the story I'm about to tell may seem like a step behind rather than a step ahead. And yet, what I'm proposing is a radical and transformative solution to one of the most pressing issues of our time, that of information access inequities. Allow me to share a few slides with you as we discuss this in more context. Let's start with two facts, one of which I'm sure is well known to many, if not all of you. First, half the world's population, or 3.7 billion people, lacks internet access. The majority of the world's offline population are women, and most live in developing countries. Lack of access to digital resources perpetuates generational inequities in terms of educational advancement and career opportunities. This is particularly true for the roughly 58 million children who are unable to regularly attend school. Second, a digital television broadcast standard has already been adopted by 82% of all countries, representing 91% of the world's population. How do these two data points connect? Through something called datacasting, which is the repurposing of existing television broadcast spectrum to deliver customized, personalized content from a trusted curator, like a teacher, to a micro-targeted audience, like her students. In other words, in addition to using the television spectrum to broadcast scheduled television programming, we can also use it to create accessible libraries of digital learning resources, all without dependence on the internet. Information Equity Initiative is an international nonprofit organization that was established by several US-based public broadcasters for a simple purpose: to ensure that everyone, regardless of income or geography, has access to high-quality digital learning resources. To do this, we have developed a platform that is interoperable in 82% of the world's countries and allows educators, ministries of education, other government agencies, and other trusted curators to distribute content via datacasting directly to homes, schools, public health centers, and incarceration facilities. As a nonprofit, we partner directly with local government agencies, broadcasters, content producers, and funders to stand up these systems quickly, cost-effectively, and efficiently. We are already operating in several US states, with several more on the way in the coming year. Let me take a quick step back and explain how datacasting works. An educator or a ministry of education will select content that is most appropriate for their students. They can either do this through one of the learning management systems we have integrated with, like Google Classroom, or select content from our universal library of international and localized OER resources. After the content is curated, those digital packages of content travel from our cloud to the broadcast station, and it is then transmitted over thousands of square miles to individual homes and classrooms. The content is then stored on a small education or EDI device, which has 128 gigabytes of storage and creates its own Wi-Fi hotspot. That way, all members of a family or classroom can access the content with any Wi-Fi enabled device, like a mobile phone, a tablet, or a laptop. For schools in the Global South that lack access to broadband, and where students also lack access to devices such as tablets and laptops, we are also designing systems that connect our EDI with a small Pico projector. That way, for For just a few $100s, we can connect schools nearly anywhere in the world and provide daily access to digital content via the projector to all students in a school. Although our service started with education as a leading use case, we are collecting feedback from government agencies across geographies, and we are quickly realizing that our system can be adapted to a far range of applications, like incarceration settings, public health, workforce upskilling, emergency alerting, and local news. Before I conclude this presentation, there are a few key points that I would like to reiterate. Although IEI creates a universal content library, we feel strongly that curation should always be controlled at the hyper-local level. We believe that teachers and ministries of education always know best what is most appropriate for their students. Second, IEI allows people to access rich, customized videos, presentations, ebooks, and other digital content, all without reliance on the internet. Our model is rooted in existing, tested, and reliable infrastructure, the globe's nearly ubiquitous television broadcast spectrum. As such, this is not something we might be able to do in 5 or 10 years. We're doing it right now. This is an opportunity that can be realized within months, almost anywhere in the world, and for a tiny fraction of the cost of new fiber-based broadband. A conference such as this invites big thinking about big ideas, and that understandably points us towards the future. But when we look at history, one thing that we learn is that transformative innovation often comes from the adaptation or repurposing or expanded use of existing rather than future technologies, from the printing press to the compass to paper money. What I hope you will leave this session considering is this. Perhaps the solution to universal information access is closer than we believe. And perhaps the solution has more to do with adapting an existing technology, such as broadcast spectrum, rather than laying countless miles of a broadband cable at a cost of billions and billions of dollars to every still unreached corner of the earth. If you are interested in learning more or becoming part of this initiative, I very much look forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much.